Hello and welcome to the third tournament on the calendar of the MENA Golf Tour 2014 as we make our way to Dubai for the Dubai Creek Open. Dubai is a dream destination for many. Dotted with iconic structures, the city's shown a constant urge to add more to its dazzle and charm over the years. No wonder then, it's one of the most visited locations on the planet. Home to more than 200 different nationalities, it's as cosmopolitan as it gets. Moreover, it's a brilliant amalgamation of modernity and tradition. The only course to have its clubhouse imprinted on a UAE currency note, the iconic Dubai Creek Golf and Yacht Club was the chosen venue to tee off the second and final stage of the MENA Golf Tour 2014 season. And they were leaving no stone unturned for a near-perfect golfing experience for the players.
We've just come out this summer. We've done a lot of preparation work to get the course as it's been presented for the tournament. It's really looking good, and I'm sure the guys will have a great time. So for us, it's our, as I say, our starting event, and we've put a lot of work in to get it ready.
With the stunning skyline of Dubai as the backdrop, the course offers a picturesque setting. Built in 1993, the facility has hosted major golfing events, including tournaments on the European Tour. Famous for its undulating fairways and fast greens, it's also well known for having two of the most beautiful and trickiest finishing holes, making for a potentially captivating contest.
Signature holes for me has to be 17 and 18. I am biased, but I think as a final pair of consecutive finishing holes, I've not seen a better combination anywhere in the world. I've played quite a bit of golf around the world, and 17 and 18 is a stunning finish.
The MENA Golf Tour's prime purpose is to promote and develop the sport in the region. In the process, it provides a platform to the MENA players to hone their skills and become competitive professionals. As a welcome move, Golf in Dubai will be hosting the season finale of the Asian Tour this year. And what's great to learn is that 23 players from the MENA Golf Tour will get a ticket to the prestigious event.
I think it's a fantastic bit of news. I mean, anytime we can get players of, a higher caliber coming and competing with players in the region, I believe it's fantastic. I know a lot of the guys that are on the Asian Tour, and for them, they will be blown away when they come to Dubai. The MENA Tour is so young. It's only, I think, in its third year. And every year they just get better and better at hosting events.
Everyone's well aware that guiding and grooming the next generation is just the first step in the right direction. In sync with that, the MENA Golf Tour organised a golfing clinic for budding youngsters. The professionals happily obliged and conducted an interactive session and shared their experience with the young golfers.
Especially for me, since I'm the first UAE national, it's basically a responsibility to share these experiences with the kids and give my advice and things like that, because growing up here, it definitely was a difficult decision turning professional because there was no one before me. So I know exactly how much that means to other kids to hear how my lifestyle has changed in a positive way and how they can be aspired to hopefully achieve their dreams as well.
Al-Musharraf actually had a decent outing on day one. He managed one over on his home course. Amateur Craig Vance surprised everyone with a 3-under to take the lead. And the experienced campaigner Trevor Marshall, along with James Houseby, followed suit to match that score. In the second round, Pakistan's Shafiq Masih stepped up to the plate to climb the ladder. England's Christopher Cannon also made his move as he eased his way up among the contenders. But it was Craig Vance who continued his good work and remained steady. So, after 2 rounds, amateur Craig Vance was top of the heap at 6 under par. Shafiq Masih was impressive and jumped to second spot, and with 6 players at 2 under, it promised to be an exciting final round in prospect. 34-year-old Scot Tom Buchanan followed his first round 73 with a second round 67 to move into contention, and he had this long birdie putt at the first to move to 3 under. He got it, and Buchanan very much in contention. At the par 5 fourth, Buchanan was in the mix again with that short eagle putt, and that took him to 5 under par. It was a mixed start for Christopher Cannon. He bogeyed the second and birdied the third, and here he is at the fourth with his third shot. Beautiful touch around the greens, the man who finished 6th in last year's Abu Dhabi Golf Citizen Open with a chance to move to 5 under par. Tom Buchanan was in the bunker at the par 3 fifth. He splashed out, and this was his par putt. Just sliding past the hole, and that meant he slipped back to 4 under par. Shafiq Massi also found the sand at the 5th, and this was his recovery shot. A terrific effort, and that resulted in him saving par. At the 8th, this was the tee shot of 26-year-old Christopher Cannon. Pin high, a terrific opportunity for him to get birdie. Luke Joy, on his debut event on the MENA Tour, the 26-year-old from England. This was an eagle putt at the 10th, and he drained it, moving to 4 under par and very much in contention. Trevor Marshall at 3 under, a familiar face on the MENA Tour, but he missed that putt. And that's what it means to the leaderboard. Craig Vance, the amateur, still very much at the head of affairs, but a long way to go in the 3rd and final round. Here's the leader, Craig Vance, his second shot at the par 4 9th. Just off the edge of the green for him. Now Luke Joy, a birdie putt at the par 4 11th. This to take him to 5 under par. Oh, and it's just slid by. Should make that one quite comfortably though for par. Here's Vance for par. Oh, it's just slid by. That's his first drop shot of the day. And it takes the amateur back to 5 under par. Frustration for him, but he's still very much in contention. Another man very much in contention is Luke Joy. Here's his par putt, and he makes it. So he's just 1 shot behind Vance. Here's Christopher Cannon though, at the par 5 10th. It's been a bit of a disaster for him. He's been in the water twice, and this putt for a double bogey 7. He's left it short, so he should knock that one in fairly comfortably. He does, but that's an 8, and it takes him back to 2 under par. 3 shots off the lead now. Here's Trevor Marshall, a birdie putt for him at the par 4 11th, and he's got it. That takes Marshall to joint leader with Vance and Shafiq Massi. Here is Massi now on the par 5 10th. This is his 3rd shot. He plays out of the Lahore Gymkhana Club. It's a lovely course, and that's a lovely touch from the 38-year-old. Tom Buchanan now. his second shot at the par 4 11th. And that's rolling very close indeed to the pin. Oh, goodness me, how's that stayed out? Fantastic shot from Buchanan. Here's Massey now with his birdie putt at the 10th. And he gets it. That takes him to 6 under par and the lead. Tom Buchanan has a look at his ball. This is his birdie putt, and he gets it. He moves to 5 under par. It's all getting very tight indeed at the top of the leaderboard. Short par putt for Trevor Marshall now, and he gets it. He remains at 5 under. Craig Vance with a very awkward lie here. He's used the putter, and that's gone well past. That was his third shot at this par 4 11th, so he's got that coming back for par. Now Christopher Cannon, a birdie putt for him. Needs this as well. Oh, but it's just slid down the near side. Stayed up, and that means he remains at 2 under par. Hole's running out now for Cannon. Here's Craig Vance with his par putt. Oh, it's broken early, and too early as far as he's concerned. He's slipped back to 4 under. That's his second drop shot of the day. Just faltering at the wrong time here, Craig Vance. So Shafiq Massey finds himself at the top of affairs. 1 clear of Trevor Marshall and Tom Buchanan. Look at that, 5 players all within 2 shots of each other. It's going to be an exciting finale. Shafiq Massey with his par putt at the par 4 12th. Missed the cut here last year after 76 and 79. He's put that right this term in no uncertain terms. But he's short with that par putt. So that's going to drop him back to 5 under par. Tom Buchanan, 35th here last year. This is his par putt at the par 4 15th, and he gets it. Massey now with his bogey putt. Drops him back to 5 under par. And so it's all getting very tight at the top of the leaderboard. Trevor Marshall now, originally from Auckland, now based out of Sharjah. This is his birdie putt at the par 3 16th. Right across the green, but he's left himself still with plenty of work to do there. Shafiq Massey now with his third shot at the par 5 13th. And he's found the green, so he's given himself a good opportunity, pin high there, of a birdie. Back to Marshall. This for par, and he's got it. Terrific putt that. So he's still very much in contention too. This really has the makings of a fantastic finish, this tournament. Here's Shafiq Massey. Birdie putt for him. And it's just slipped by. He should knock that in for par, but that's an opportunity missed for the man from Lahore. So he remains at 5 under par. Let's have a look at how things stand then, and 4 players all tied at the top of affairs, including Luke Joy. He had a bogey at the 12th, but then 3 birdies in a row put him into contention at 13, 14 and 15, before a bogey at the 16th means he's level with Trevor Marshall, Tom Buchanan and Shafiq Massi. All to play for then. Here is Luke Joy with a birdie putt at the 18th hole, the par 4. This would take him into the outright lead, and just short. He'll be able to knock that one in for par, so he will finish the 3 rounds at 5 under par, and it's a waiting brief for him now. He's the clubhouse leader. Here's Tom Buchanan from the edge of the green, second shot at the par 3 16th. And just slips by. He's left himself a tap in, but he remains in a share of the lead if he gets it, and indeed he does. Now Shafiq Massi on the 15th, a birdie putt for him and a long birdie putt too at the par 4. Oh, and it's just slipped by. Well, all these players at the top of the leaderboard, they're getting mighty close, but close isn't good enough. Tom Buchanan now for par at the 17th. He really needs this, and he gets it. That's a terrific putt under great pressure, and he knows it too, doesn't he? Now Craig Vance, 1 shot off the pace. This is the 16th. It's just running on a little bit too far as he's concerned, just to the apron of the green. That sums up his final round. Trevor Marshall now, birdie putt for him at the final hole. And he's given himself a fairly straightforward tap in, you would think, there. So he remains at 5 under par if he gets that. And he does. So a terrific final round from Trevor Marshall. And he's tied at the top of affairs with Luke Joy. Craig Vance now with his second shot. After his tee shot just ran to the apron of the green. Well, he's left it pin high, and a tap in there for what would be par. Just 1 shot off the lead if he gets it still, and indeed he does. So 4 under par for Vance. Still 2 holes left to play for him, but now Tom Buchanan. This a par putt at the last, and this to join Luke Joy and Trevor Marshall in a playoff. Oh, and he's missed it. He gave it every opportunity, and look at the frustration. So a bogey on the last for Tom Buchanan, and that costs him a place in a playoff. Frustration for the Scot, and his expression says it all. Shafiq Massi still out on the course, and he's got aspirations to win it without a playoff. This is his par putt, and he's got it. 5 under par, so a birdie at the last would give him victory. Well, what a disaster here for Shafiq Massi. Finding the water off the tee, taking a drop. So this is going to be his 3rd. Craig Vance also finding the water. So real drama on this 18th and final hole. Oh dear. Well, things go from bad to worse for Shafiq Masih. I think that's just stayed out of the water. But I think that might be him, well and truly out of contention. Just needed a par, remember, on this last hole. Here's Craig Vance. He's been in the water as well. Bogey putt for him at the final hole, and he gets it. So a 74 for him today. A tough finish after a promising 2 days, but a great experience for the amateur all the same. And here's Shafiq Masih, a double bogey putt for him now. What a disappointing end. A 73 he finishes with after 69 and 68 in his first 2 rounds. Disappointment for him. Even a par would have been enough to secure a playoff place, but he didn't get it. Here's the leaderboard then. At the end of 3 rounds, Luke Joy and Trevor Marshall heading for a playoff. Tom Buchanan had a putt to join them and wasn't able to make it. Shafiq Masih's double bogey at the last cost him as well. And a great performance from the amateur Craig Vance, but in the end, a 74 for him and a tough finish after 2 promising days. Here's the second hole of the playoffs. The players going down the 18th for the second time. They played it first of all in regulation figures. Trevor Marshall doesn't like that, and that's why he's gone into the water on the right-hand side. Shafiq went into the water on the left. Luke Joy then, surely all he needs to do is find the fairway. He looks happy with that. And that's why. Terrific shot. Luke Joy's second shot then. Just needs to find the green, you fancy. And that's exactly what he does. Safety first. Quality approach shot there from Luke Joy. And surely now he's got one hand on the trophy. More than one hand, perhaps. This for birdie. Well, it would have been a special way to end the tournament, but he's got to tap in, and that's all he needs. First appearance in the Middle East and a first victory for him in this region as well. Luke Joy, his 3rd professional title.
When I teed off on the first, it was quite windy, and I thought it was probably only going to get windier. So for me, it was still, I was 4 shots back of the lead, and I still had to be aggressive. So even though there's a few holes where you've got to be a little bit careful, there are some other ones which I took a little bit more risk on. And it seemed to pay off quite nicely. So it was definitely more, it's sort of a conservative, aggressive approach to the day.
This year at MENA Golf Tour, we've introduced a new initiative for the MENA national players, which runs alongside the main order of merit at each event and throughout the season. And starting in the amateur division, receiving vouchers from the pro shop here at Dubai Creek Golf and Yacht Club for 1,835 dirhams from Morocco, Antoine Mace. Our leading amateur for this week with an excellent tournament. Congratulations to him with rounds of 68, 68 and 74 for a 3 under total of 210 from England, Craig Vance. And our 2014 Dubai Creek Open champion with rounds of 70, 70 and 68 for a 5 under total of 208 from England with his 3rd professional win, Luke Joy.
That's all we have on the Dubai Creek Open, where Luke Joy emerged victorious. Hope you've had some joy watching it. Goodbye.